A tornado has hit a small town in the Midwest. People's homes are crushed by trees. Power lines are down. People have lost possessions. People have lost loved ones. Who do they turn to in this moment? After the first responders have done their job, then there's the cleanup that happens. Who's going to help people pick up the pieces, clean up the fallen trees, and pick up the pieces of their broken lives? Most people would think it's the government, because the government has the money, they have the personnel, they have the power and the influence to make things happen. But because of all that, because of the bureaucracy, the government isn't that fast to respond, because they have to get approval from everyone. And so it's a whole long, drawn out process. Some of the first people to respond after people have experienced a natural disaster is the church. Whether it's the church in that small town that's been impacted by the natural disaster, or it's a fellow church from another state that sends in aid to help people in need. One of the resources that the Lutheran Church has is the Lutheran Church Charities. And so after a natural disaster has happened, after the Lutheran Church Charities receives the okay from the authorities on the ground, within 72 hours, their goal is to have a team there helping bring relief to people who are suffering. We do this, we become the hands and feet of people who have suffered a natural disaster, because Christ has served us. And so in turn, we turn around and we serve our neighbor. We serve those in need. We also have examples of it in Scripture. We especially have an example of it in Acts chapter 11. In Acts chapter 11, we have Agabus. He's a prophet. He is called by God to go and speak to the people in Antioch. And in Antioch, he tells the people that there's going to be a famine, not just in their land, but over the entire land. The disciples, they hear this news. They don't just sit on their hands, or they don't look to the Roman government for help. They take action themselves. And so they give what they are able to at the level that they are able to. So not all of them are able to give the same amount, but all of them give according to their ability to help those who are suffering, to help bring relief to those who are going to be suffering because of this famine. We know this famine takes place. It takes place under the reign of Claudius. When food gets so scarce, then we have the famine take place. But these early disciples in the early church in Acts, they become the hands and feet of Jesus. They proclaim God's love. And at the same time, they proclaim his love through his actions. And so today we ask God to help us to be his hands and his feet, to help all of those around us who are in need. If you'd like to know more about Agabus and about how he was called by the Lord to go and speak to the people at Antioch, you can join us for worship this weekend, or you can visit us on our website at www.stmats.net.